All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening, and uh, you're welcome to Changing the Narrative Live. We are so glad you are joining us. I don't know the time you're going to be watching this, but we are so happy to actually have you, join us for this section. And we apologize for being a little bit late. Sometimes Nigeria happens. Of course, we need to just flow with it, and you know, before we get to the point where we actually going to in our journey of growth. So for those of us that have been joining us, we really appreciate. We have had 2 seasons already, 2 episodes already. Uh, last 2 weeks, sorry, we had a section with Bola, and we actually dealt with finding yourself in a new world, growth beyond comfort zones. And last week, we actually handled the other side of success, what nobody tells you about growth, with one of my esteemed brother, Pelumi. And today, we are having a very special somebody, a very special person that is not just dear to me, but has actually impacted so much, influenced, and not just influenced, has also inspired. This is I actually mentioned the first day that we had this section that people that are going to be coming up are not entirely people that actually, let me use the word, have it all figured out with life, right? But people that are actually, in the process of trying to figure out everything, but are actually giving a lot and actually inspiring those that are coming before them, behind them, and still within their range, they're actually influencing other persons. So it's actually those kind of persons that we are having in this life. And also mention that we have Changing the Narrative conference coming up, and which our guest today was also part of in 2022. So apart from having the events 2022, we are actually planning to have it next year again. So this is also more of a build up. That one is actually a physical event. So, but this anywhere in the world, anywhere you are in the world, can actually tune in, you can actually watch and get the same value. So that's why we came up with the Changing the Narrative live, on YouTube, so that people can actually have access to, what we actually had access to in the physical space. So we are glad that everyone is joining us. And thank you so much, Super, for coming up today. So because we have actually eaten into our time already, so I'll just go straight to introducing our guests today. Sir Abdul Hamed Abdullah is a certified architect, an award-winning poet, and serving personnel of the Nigerian Army. His work of art has reflected in different international anthologies, national anthologies, and several literary platforms. His immeasurable skills in putting ink on paper and his mysterious way of blending the discipline of the military with the artistry of poetry got him decorated with several feathers to his poetry hats. He enjoys playing chess during his leisure time. I actually saw him playing chess yesterday on his status, and okay,
Wow,
that was so beautiful.
that's actually a good one.
It's a privilege to have you, sir. It's such an honor to have you, sir. Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much
much.
for making
Thank you
out
very
your
much,
time
sir.
to join us. It's not easy to be serving in the army and you are still having time for stuff like this. It's
Act- Actually, that's actually it's a bit tough, sha, but the life entirely itself is tough, so we have to mix it together. So that's why it's nice. It's
that's
nice being
beautiful. The life itself is
nice.
tough.
Thank you very
We have not gotten into it already, but we're already getting it now. You just said
much.
this life itself is even tough. So of course we'll move regardless, irrespective of what happens.
Yes,
So thank you so much for agreeing to do this with us. I also mentioned in the last section that I so much appreciate everyone that is coming up on this line. The reason is, not everybody wants to identify with, some persons when you approach them, they're like, how many thousands of persons are going to be audience? How many millions of people are going to tune in and all that? But people that we are having, they don't bother. You understand? So that speaks volume. Even if it's just for one person, that's the mindset actually wrong with. Even if this event is actually for one person, I don't have any issue with it. That's a big blessing to us. So I really appreciate you for agreeing to do this with us. Thank you so much for joining
thank you
us.
very
Thank you so much, sir.
thank you very much, too, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So we are going to. It's going to be more of conversational, right? So in order to structure it very well, I will just ask some important questions, and then from there we take up the conversation. We'll take it up from there. All right, sir.
Okay.
So today we are talking about the strength to feel, the strength to feel, with defining courage in a tough world. we live in a world, especially for men. Let me start from men. We have
Yes,
this, this this way of saying like, you are a man, or you're a man up. You understand? Irrespective of what
yes,
happens,
no, yes,
you
yes,
have
sir.
to, you just have to, yeah, you just have to toughen up,
Yes, you
even
just
if
have to be a
it's
man.
breaking, you are
Yes.
not. Yeah, you have to be a man. I actually released the movie. I think that was last 2 years, and the title is "I Know Be Man." You understand? The whole idea was to counter what the society have actually made everything to be. You understand? So we are humans for the fact that we are men in quotes, or we are humans in quotes. Let me lay this inclusive now. It doesn't mean you shouldn't feel what you are supposed to feel as a human. I'll make instances. I actually have this not argument, a conversation with some of my folks like that. On the subject of faith. You understand? So some of them just think, when you talk about the subject of faith, it's more like you as a person, you will not recognize the reality. You just like, okay, when you are sick, when they ask you what's your how are you doing, instead of saying, okay, acknowledging the fact that you're actually sick, and then we are recognizing the fact that you will be healed. You understand? They just decide to scrap the part this part of I'm not feeling well. They'll just go straight to the point and just tell you that I am well. You
Well,
understand? So
yes,
if you're
that's
well,
what
why?
we
And somebody made a joke. The person went to go and see a doctor, and the doctor asked, "So what is wrong with you?" And the person said, I'm healed. I'm well, I'm healed." So the doctor was like, "So what are you here to do? You don't need us, so you just have to go home." So that's is what we're actually trying to do with this topic: the strength to feel, defining courage in the tough words. You understand? So from the conversation, we are going to know that what. Let me leave it. Let me leave it from from the conversation we are going to be using that. Let me not spoil the whole conversation before it even
okay,
starts.
sir.
So
Okay, sir.
yes, sir. So first question I have for you, sir, is how would you describe yourself, you as a person? How would you describe yourself beyond your titles and your profession? Beyond your titles and your profession, how would you describe yourself?
Okay, sir. Let me start from here. Though it's not correlating with the question that you asked. But should I say I should apologize for my poor this thing, the poor visibility and all that. And also there's another thing, here in Benue the light is not that good. So my phone is also not like it will not retain light to such extent. So it can go off at any time and there's no lights, I told you earlier. So now to answer the question, if I'm to define myself beyond, you said beyond titles, right?
Yeah, my profession.
So
Yeah.
beyond titles, then I guess my behavior will do that. So if I'm to define myself beyond title, then I'll present my behavior. So behavior will best represent me. I don't know, maybe you get me, sir. So
Yes, sir.
if I'm to define myself beyond title, I don't want to use title, I don't want to use any other thing, then my behavior is the best thing that portrays me as a person.
So the behavior actually equates to your character at the same time,
Yes.
right?
Yes, yes, my character. There's an adage that says the character speaks much about the person. So this person, anytime you go to him, you meet him, he's a cool person. Like the character says a lot about human. So beyond beyond anything, so the character speaks a lot. So, I don't know if I
Thank
have
you
done
so
justice
much.
to that, sir.
Absolutely, sir. So before we move further, I just want to know what a normal day in your life looks like. You as a person,
Oh,
what does a normal day like for you look like?
um, as a person, a normal day in my life looks like a page of a book. A page of a book. Sometimes it differs. Like if you are reading a romantic book, a page you can find it interesting. If you are reading another genre, maybe a page can be like you can feel sad in a page. So a day in my life looks like a page of a book. So it comes anyhow I take it. If it comes, like if happiness comes, we take it like that. If it is sadness, we take it like that. So a day in my life looks like a page of a book. I don't know if you get me, sir, or I'm going or
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
going
get it.
beyond
The
what,
only
sir.
challenge that we are going to have,
Okay.
the only challenge I know that my viewers are going to have is probably the fact that you are a poet, right? So your
So
choice
now
of words.
I'm using poetic lines.
So, yeah, so it's going to be a lot for us to actually decode that, but I believe everyone will. At the same time, we are going to get it.
Okay.
So, so the next questions are: when was the last time life really humbled or softened you? When was the last time life really happened and it happened to actually humble you and soften you as a person?
How like the last time life got over me and how I go over it, right? Like how I overcome it. Is that the question, sir?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
sir.
I guess the last time was when I lost a brother, like a close friend. And that was even last year. That was 2024. Like 2024, if I was not mistaken. And I got over it through, there's a particular musician. I don't know, maybe you know him, Brimo.
Yeah,
Brimo.
sure.
So, sometimes his songs are like, I don't know how to put it. Like, if you listen to his songs, they are, yeah, his songs are like poetry lines. Like, when you listen to it, it cools one mind. So, that time, I almost got into a lot of things because the guy is like he's my brother, he's a friend, we are very close. So, me losing him, it really broke me down. I have nothing to do. I started smoking. Like, I did a lot of things apart from smoking. Self, I took alcohol and a lot of things that people think it relieve grief. So, but when I got into it, I see this thing is breaking me down. So how will I continue like this? Will I continue to drink all day? Because that time, to ease the grief now, like I want to overcome the grief and all that. So if I take alcohol, then the next day I will wake up, I'll see that the grief will now come back to me. Like it's not even the, let's say you are feeling grief now before you take the alcohol. Like I'm thinking about the person that I lost and all that. And now take alcohol to relieve myself. When I now wake up, I now see that this
Yeah,
thing has even doubled. Are you getting me, sir? Like this thing has really
yeah,
doubled. So I now thought, will I keep doing this? Like doing will I keep relieving myself with these substances? So from there, someone introduced Brimo's song to me. So I listened to his song, to his lyrics and all that. I started gaining myself. Like I said, okay, if I do not take alcohol today, let me use the ordinary me to get over it. And with it, I got over it. So should I say, I will recommend, like if one wants to get over their grief, I will recommend them to face it like without any substance, without any relief. Face it yourself. Face your fears. Just face it. Anyhow it comes, just face it. So I actually got over it through a song, ordinary song. So until now, Brimo has been my best. So that's why.
I should
So I can
start.
I can, I
I should
can,
start listening to
I
Brimo.
can, I can, I can recommend Brimo for you too, sir. You can listen to his songs.
Of course, of course. I think I discovered him before you. I've been listening to him for years now. So he's one of my top artists too.
Wow,
So
seriously.
of course, absolutely, absolutely. From what you just said now, it's obvious that you know most times people actually think some of all these things actually suspends, uh, or let me say removes reality, but all those things are actually temporary suspension of reality, like using alcohol, using this and all that and all that and all that. But it just hits, the the nail on the hammer, the hammer on the nail now by saying that you actually have to confront, face your fears. Because if you don't do that, using substance, using any of that, of course, it doesn't, take anybody anywhere. So the next question is, uh, Growing up, how was strength defined around you? You as a person growing up, how was strength defined around you?
How was stre- how was stress or how was strength defined? Is it
Strength,
strength or stress?
yes, strength.
Okay, okay, thank you very much. Um, Growing up, maybe can I maybe I should use my family background as an example. So I prefer
Yeah,
bringing samples that are close by. Let me use my family background as an example. Growing up, I grew up in a polygamous family. So where my father is like, I came from a family that believes in Islamic ideology. So my father married three wives. So my mom was not the only wife. So we have elder brothers that we look up to. And whenever life knocks you down as a child, then you have there will be a lot of things that will happen within the family. Maybe your stepbrother beats you, this thing. You cannot go back home and tell them, my brother, I was beaten by my brother, and you expect your mother to follow you to the stepmom. So they will tell you, go back and beat your own, go and beat the person that beat you. That kind of family now. I don't know. You're not from our tribe, so I don't think you understand better. But those kind of family that if something happens, no one will go and fight for you. So I guess I see strength as the only alternative in our family, because no one will follow you, even at the field, anywhere you go and play and all that, and something happen. You're not thinking you go back home and report to your parents, they'll follow you. No one will follow you. They will tell you to go and fight it out yourself. So they'll say, your mate are beating you and you expect us to follow you. So go back and beat them back. So I growing up, I saw strength as the only alternative. So maybe that was what coined up, that was what coined up and gave me the determination to become a soldier too. So I guess growing up, I saw strength as the only alternative. I don't know if I have done justice to that, sir.
I wanted to ask another question relating to that.
Okay.
And the question
Okay.
is, yes, at what point did you ever realize, or let me even start by asking, do you think strength equates to somebody being tough? Like strength equates to you being tough? We can use real life instances. Okay, let's say something happens now. Okay, the instance you gave to us now about what happened last year. So
Okay.
the strength you feel, we're talking about the strength you feel. Do you think in that situation now, how am I going to put this thing so that it will make more sense? Do you think that strength actually correlates to you as a person being tough? Are they the same thing? Like strength and toughness? Do you think the two terms are actually the same?
Is it the same? Is strength the same as toughness?
Yes.
Like I don't think they are the same. If strength is used in a proper way, then it remains strength, like it is strength. But if it is used in the other way, then that's toughness. That's I'm saying it in my
Okay,
own
let's,
perspective.
yeah, yeah, I understand.
I don't know if
So
you read
what
Bible
about
very
weakness?
well.
What do you have to say about can
About
okay,
weakness.
based on what you just said now, can we actually say weakness? Okay, let's say they said um, you're in a situation, somebody looks for a trouble. Let me just put it that way. And then everybody's expecting you to react. Everybody's expecting you to act. Everybody's, you know, but then you choose to
To
just
stay
exit the
cool,
scene,
like to
just leave
stay
this.
calm.
Yes, yes, to keep your calm. And now so many persons see that as weakness, and some persons see it as strength, right?
Yes.
So in that case, can we
What
say
can I
that
say that?
weakness is also part of
I get you, sir. But yes, it is strength. It is not weakness. The strength of a man lies in how he reacts. The strength of a man lies in how he reacts. Even in the military, They will tell us you should know where to talk, know when to talk, and know how to talk. So it's not that you just go out, you just talk anyhow, you just do this thing. There should be a particular point for you to talk, and there should be the reason for you to talk. You know, even if you have enemies that want to attack you, if they do not attack you first, there will be some reasons that they will tell you not to attack, and you will not attack. So that is strength. They will, we expect them to go now. Why can't they go? But there are rules guiding you. So the rules defines, like the rules guiding someone. You should have a particular rule guiding you. That particular rule that is guiding you means the strength. That's why I said earlier. I said strength. If strength is used in a right way, that is strength. But if
Yeah.
it is used in the wrong way, that is toughness. And that strength, that toughness that we, most of the time, toughness later results to weakness. Because if you know how to use your strength, it will even save someone from a lot of problems. It will save someone from a lot of calamities. That's if you use your strength in the right way. Imagine you like having problem with someone that you know that you are capable of even killing. Like you can kill that particular person. Maybe that person is about to die, but you choose not to retaliate. Like as the person launched an attack, you just choose to stay calm. You did not retaliate. Had it been you just retaliate, like after that attack you followed through also, and the person died, so you'll be the one to be held responsible. So sometimes it is better you stay calm. Like people will talk, people say a lot of things, but it is better you stay calm. So calmness does not define you as being weak. I don't know if I've tried, sir.
Of course.
So
Of course.
it's good to be calm most of the time. So
Most of the time. But you know, our society usually do not see it that way. Sometimes. They just want as if they hot, you know, you just
are you getting me, sir?
just give it. But that's actually the purpose of this section that we actually have here. You understand? So redefining, of course, the narrative that we, you know, the society actually have for most of all these things that we're actually talking about. So I've known you for a while, and my perception of you, you're a soft
Yes, sir.
person, you're a very calm person, of course, which
Yes, sir.
contradicts your profession now. Let me put it that way. Which
Yes.
actually, yes, from the way we see the
Yes,
from the way we
that's
see
what a
the
lot of people say.
yeah. So I just want to ask, have you ever been criticized for being too soft? Have you been
Yes.
criticized before for being too understanding?
Apart from being criticized, I've been punished for being too soft, sir. Like I've been punished. I've been criticized by a lot of people for being too soft. I've even been punished due to my profession, the way you said. I've been punished for
Yeah.
being too soft. So I don't want to dig it up, but let me bring it out. There was a particular time, I guess that time I was just 2 years in the army. So when I had an issue with one of my subordinates, so people were expecting me to take it up with him, but I just choose to let it slide. So my own superior now he was in the picture of all the things that happened. So it's not like, okay, you are even scared of your subordinate. You cannot even take charge. You cannot take over. I said, sir, this is my personal affair. I have problem with this particular person, not you, sir. With that, he just took it up with me. He punished me, and I saw it as like I was punished for being too calm, like for my own behavior, like for my own calmness, I was punished. So it happens a lot. They criticize me. Even I go out, they criticize me. You're not even worthy of being a soldier. You're not tough. You're not strong. You know, all those kind of things. So it happens. Well, very well. I've been criticized a lot for being too
But
calm.
then you chose to be who you are.
Yes, that's just
So how
it.
do you actually strike that balance? How do you strike that balance of you being you as your person and, you know, this emotional depth? How do you balance, you know, your emotional depths, your kind of person with new life pressures and, you know, and responsibility? How do you actually do that balance? How do you strike that balance? How do you manage to do that?
Sorry, please, can you I did not tend to understand you. Please, can you
Okay. So the question is, how do you balance
how do I manage
you as
to
a person?
being calm
How
with
do you
my
balance
profession, right? Or
Real
Okay.
life pressure generally, real life pressures generally. So how do you balance you as a person, your okay, we have said you are soft. Let me use the word kind too. So and again, emotional depth, because it takes someone who understands life to actually forfeit a lot of things that people would naturally want to go for. You get. So how do you balance being you, this you that you have developed yourself to be, and the pressures around you? How do you actually strike that balance as a
Um,
person?
as a person, we have a lot of people that sorry, we have a lot of people that balance it.
Sorry.
So it is normal as a person. As a person, it is normal to. I should I say I take it as a normal thing. It is we can everyone can strike that balance to like as a normal person. Apart from being a poet, I've read a lot about the life entirely. So I think it is normal to just live your life the way you wish to live. Like that's just it.
So what do you have to say about people who bury their emotions? People who bury their emotions. This is what they're actually feeling. This is what they're actually passing through at this moment. These are actually the pressures that, but then they
They
just
want
tend to, just like we said, men in our society. And of course,
they just
that
tell you to man
accounts,
up.
you know, of course, man up to the reason why men actually die, pretty much younger than the other folks, you understand? So, so how do we, your emotions now, do you actually, what do you have to say about people bearing their emotions generally? What do you have to say about that?
Ah,
Is this something that is
any,
recommendable? Is this something that is worthwhile? Is this something that, man, we just have to express ourselves, or it's good for men to cry too?
okay.
Yes, sir.
My words for them would be a bit tough, but I don't think it should even be tougher because they don't know the gravity of what they're doing. Like it should be more tough because they don't know the gravity of what they're doing. Being like burying your emotion, you burying your emotion shows you are a coward. There's no other
Hmm.
word that can qualify it. You are just a coward. Like burying emotion shows cowardice. You burying your emotion means you're a coward. Bring it out. Don't there's nothing like man up. That man up in the dictionary. Even sometimes you say, look at even inside the regalia, like inside the army uniform. If something happens, say it out. This there are mosquitoes there. Let them know there are mosquitoes. You as a soldier, you're not a robot. Say it out. There's no this load is heavy. Sometimes as a soldier, you see, maybe you carry load and you say, this load is heavy. People say, are you not a soldier? It's okay, if I'm a soldier, that means I'm not a human. I'm feeling the pains too. But the ability to endure to endure the pain shows the soldier in me. But we also feel pain the way every other person feel pain. So I don't think there's a point in hiding one's emotion or burying one's emotion. If you feel bad, say it out. I'm feeling bad. I'm feeling bad. If you're feeling down, say it out. You're feeling down. But burying one's emotion shows cowardice. So it's better you come up. It's better you come out plain. Say it out. But I don't want them to know what I'm going to. I want to man up. I want to this thing. Show someone is a coward. So it's better you come out. Like don't bury your emotions. That's just it. Anyone that buries emotions is a coward. There's no word for it. There's no other word that qualifies it. The person is a
I think
coward.
your audio is a bit shaky now. Your audio, yes, your audio is a bit shaky. I don't know if
Maybe because my phone is about to go off. I told you earlier, like, can you hear me clearly now, sir? Can you hear me
yeah,
clearly
but
now,
it's
sir?
a bit.
Oh,
Yes, I can hear you, but a little bit, keep breaking a little bit. Because I don't want them to miss out on anything at all. I want us to get everything that we can get from this.
okay, sir.
So suppressing your emotions is cowardice. Very interesting words there. I think it's all. So to everyone who joins, we so much appreciate your presence. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you joining us. And for those that are going to watch this video much later, we sincerely appreciate. Remember, all these things is gearing up towards changing the narrative 2026. We are expecting everyone to be part of this process, be part of these live events. Of course, like you already know, it promises to be for those that have actually joined us in the first episode, second episode, and here we are in the third episode. I hope you don't miss out on any. And please do well to also share, subscribe to the channel, put on a notification bell so that each time we go live, of course, you are going to be notified. And also do well to share with your friends too, so that they can be part of what we are doing here. So I will try to add our guests up again so that because he actually have a lot to say, and we can't wait to have all of it. Let me share the link to him. All right, so he's yet to join us. So what we're going to do is that just in case of comments, just in case of questions, just in case of we have uh statement to make, an addition to make, just drop it in the comments. And when he comes up, of course, he's going to take them. And don't forget, this is Changing the Narrative Live with Amos-Miracle. And this is all gearing up to the main events next year, 2026. So we are encouraging everyone to be part of this every Friday by 7 p.m. We are live. So please do well to subscribe to these accounts and share to your friends too. We are all about growth. We are all about your personal development. And we are just going to wait for him a little bit. I've sent back the link. And if he doesn't come live again, I guess we have to end the stream for today and then connect back next week. So the topic we have been talking about is the strength to feel. We live in a world that everybody wants to be a man. Nobody wants to cry. Nobody wants to feel the pains. Nobody wants to. And of course, that is not the best way to live. But the fact that God actually gave us emotions means we have to make use of it. So suppressing your fears suppressing, your pains, just like our guest said, is actually an act of cowardice. So don't be a coward. Whatever pain you have, do well to feel it. Feel it. It's yours. Own it up. And then, more importantly, you don't have to actually seek solace in alcohol and using substances to actually try to calm down the situation, because it doesn't help. Just like he shared from his experiences too. So you just have to face your fears. More importantly, you just have to face it. Face it. It's not tougher than you, and you don't have to suppress it. So as much as possible, you are going to feel it. Feel it. It is yours. And then the most important thing is that after feeling, you get out of it. So I might have to end this stream here, and then whatever questions you have, whatever comments you have to make, just take it. I will take note of it. And then on Friday, we can continue with the new section. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today.